back. Players are in the lobby, and we got a treat.
Yeah,
What is it?
Vanguard, man. This is going to be exciting. We haven't had, in fact, while we didn't get to cast Vanguard all weekend, this is the first time we get to see it. It should be fun.
Yeah, I think it was played maybe one time in the group stage, if
Yeah.
that. So I'm excited, and you've been saying all weekend that London practiced all these maps and all the nades,
Yeah.
but specifically Vanguard. And
Yeah, Slatan pulled me over to show me this one nade on Vanguard.
so do you think that comes into play? I know in a couple of the other tournaments, some teams do really practice these nades and strats on Vanguard, but it all seems to just not fall apart, but it's such a strange map to play.
Yeah.
You either get mid control or you don't. You can just flood A every single round. Do you think with all the nades, they'll be able to take this off Endpoint?
They could definitely have a chance to take it off, but I know for a fact Endpoint also have their own strats and their own nades on this map. They practiced it a lot in the early days, and Vanguard still hasn't changed throughout the time since it's been introduced. So it'll be interesting to see how both these teams combat each other. Of course, London picked this map.
Yeah,
And because it's loser's pick,
Right.
and it'll be interesting to see if they can actually bring it to the table, because last time they didn't bring it to the table and derailed, but they need to step up massively on this map if they want to have a chance to win it.
yeah, they got to take it round by round as they're fighting for their life here. Endpoint one game away from winning first place, being champions again, but London, they're so close. They've made it all this way. They've stuck it out and hoping at least to see them take this map and take it to a third, but we'll see. I'm interested to see, is this fully Axis-sided, right? Like you need to win most of your rounds on Axis?
Not exactly. It is more favored towards the Axis side because you can have a little bit more chokeholds, but there's a lot of introduction to the allies to do something, because the allied weapons on this map is so much better.
Right.
A lot of players prefer the allied weapons. I, for one, prefer the allied weapons on this map, like the Fedorov. While it is slow paced and quite weird, once you get used to it, it can be very deadly and very accurate. And then you've got the PPSH. Shreds anyone close range, and it's super dangerous. If you're facing an MP44, you're going to favor the PPSH.
Right. Yeah, I'm just thinking about on this Axis side, some of these angles that are just so hard to clear people off of that have control, such as the sandbags right in the spawn playing up there, or even the divot behind the car in that street. And it's just hard to get on the B site. So I'm interested to see if they do have strats or both of these teams, how they could get on the site, because I need help. I can't get on either of these sites. I have no idea how to take B.
Well, you're in for a treat, because these teams both know how to play B. They prefer B towards A, because A is just very chokeholdy.
Right.
And then once you do get on site, it's actually quite difficult to hold back opponents, because people are figuring out nades. Like, I think some NA players even figured out nades, how to get them inside A. And then, of course, the wallbang spots on A site. It's very difficult to hold off an attack even though you only have two entrances.
Yeah, it's so stressful. They're just flooding right in. They can smoke off one, and someone can go through the left of the smoke and someone on the right. And that's something that I've been most impressed with. And I think the teams that have had the most success are how they play around the smokes.
Yeah.
The smokes have been the crux of a lot of these teams. We saw Fake in that last round, just kind of right on the corner of it, not coming all the way out, taking his shots, and then running straight back in, kind of playing like a phantom. They can't really find where you are. And in these close-knit sites that are inside, it's just going to – you think that'll come into effect much on Vanguard?
Yeah, definitely, because teams have to use smokes to get on either side. You have to smoke down mid, and if you can play around that smoke very well, if you know all the angles, all the entrances to places, and sneak into mid-house or even sneak in all the way into connector and try and catch off that player, maybe watching mid-house from connector, or get into hobo towards back B and get that player up in heaven. And there's so many things you can do with smokes on this map, and smokes are important on this map more than any other, but it's going to be a lot of long-range duels. And in fact, one of the best snipers probably on this map, epic.LAN, he knows every single angle. Every time I watch him, he's at a new angle, which is just watching half the map.
It's got to be frustrating to play against this guy who's watching you everywhere. And one of the interesting things about Vanguard and the gun selection is he can have a bolt on both sides whenever he wants. That unscoped Mosin.
As well as the scoped Mosin.
Yeah, and the scoped. But, like, he can get that. He doesn't have to commit to a scope.
Yeah.
He can play with the bolt and kind of get in those closer, closer range. If he wants to go through mid or something like that, go all the way long A or long B. So I'm excited to see both of these teams play it. We haven't seen Vanguard all weekend, and I haven't seen either of these teams play it ever. So I'm interested to see how they attack it.
Yeah, I was lucky to watch both of these teams play it, but this was a while ago. Like, a lot of time has gone between then since I've seen them play, and I think we're finally getting into the action.
Looks like it. So knife round going to come out, and I always love the yellow on this.
Yeah, it looks super cool, like the yellow and that. And then too bad we can't really see at the moment the hammer and axle.
Yeah.
I just love the whole design of the Russian, and I'm just a little bit sad that it's a little bit underused. And I feel like the same sort of thing is going to happen to the Brits, but actually the Brits are going to take over some of the US allies.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, it's like I think they're going to be used on docks and Savoy.
I'd be excited for that. Anytime I can get some new guns, get some new excuses to miss my shots. You know, I'm not used to this one yet. This one shoots too slow.
I'm looking forward to the Enfield, man.
Yeah, I think everyone is at this point. That's one of the most classics that you can think of. And it's going to be Endpoint winning the knife round. They're going to take this Axis side. And that's another thing that I love about this gun set. This default is so good.
Yeah, even though I believe Fantasy said to play it, and he told me that pretty much the stats are the same, but it just feels so much better.
Yeah, maybe better ADS.
I think it's the sound as well.
Something about it. Yeah, it feels like it's doing a lot more damage, but turns out it's not. And looks like London Esports are going to opt to try to hit B here. There's only 2 players on site, as they have slowed down a little bit. Smokes do come out, and Reflexer up top here, going to peek this angle, not able to find the headshot, but his teammates across the map are getting their kills. London down 3 versus 5 here, pretty early on.
Yeah, and looking to try and still head towards this B site. Azuma taking the upper echelons of this map, trying to get up into the window base. Risky since Reflexer is right there, and then Mark right underneath him, and Cinder's actually the one to take down Azuma, just leaving one player, Delita, who falls. And the first round convincingly goes to Endpoint.
Yeah, did we hear London shoot their guns at all? I don't think there was many gunfights there, honestly. Yeah, it's just, and that's one of those things that they just had the high ground. You saw Reflexer up top, and you can get in such weird spots, and that's what's interesting about this map. There's so many buildings and places for there to be, and as you point to the screen, Replan on a scope second round. So does he watch the cross here? How does he usually play with that?
Typically he watches the cross, and he normally catches players, but I think he's watching A long, and Max actually goes for it, going for the one tap.
It would have been worth it taking out 7 coins so early in the game, but now Replan just holding down a mid, as it looks like London Esports are going to try to take B again, maybe try to force it. And Max Strafe actually does get the kill with that SVT. As you said, such good aim on those 1 coin guns, and it doesn't change with the SVT. Trying to make some type of noise and bait anything out if they can here, as 3 smokes come out, and they're going to try to take this B site. P-Diz in the corner is not able to get to the kill. The leader finds him, so they may be able to get this bomb down. Reflex is going to try to walk through smoke, and he did actually get tagged. They haven't quite found him yet, and he's just waiting to figure out when he should go through, but Azuma does find him. So bomb is down, and Cinda on the other end does get the kill on the Max Strafe. The leader just causing some trouble here, delaying them before they can push on. And if they don't do anything soon, Replan may just want to save his bolt.
Yeah, and I think that's the call. They're going in for a save. And a very good answer straight back from London. Full eco, just smokes. And only Max buying an SVT.
Replan does get, some kill or some money off of it. But, yeah, we saw Mark didn't upgrade as he was playing in that hut. And obviously that default is good, but not that you have to expect them to hit B, because that's just a prediction there. But, like, you think you'd want to upgrade if you're playing in such a close quarter spot. And
yeah.
I want to see them. Do people pick out the double barrel here?
They used to before the shotgun nerf. I haven't really seen it since, because it's 2 shots. The range is decreased. It's got more increased range than the normal trench gun, but I haven't really seen people use it anymore. But Max going for the Mosin to answer Replan
I'm
straight
excited
off.
to watch this little aim duel here. Replan probably going to just they might just run into each other 5 seconds after this round starts.
Delita also got an unscoped Mosin. See who wins the duel. Max looking for anyone crossing A, but he can't see anything. The smoke's good on Endpoint side, and seems like London want to head towards this B site, smoke off the areas, and just get in and get the frags. And Zlatan in mid-house getting the first one. Delita getting the second before he gets taken out by Replan's scope.
Yeah, Redplan needs to find that before they just flood on with such an advantage. Reflex are going to wide peek, needs to get the first kill here, and does not. Yeah, he does find it, is traded off, and meanwhile, Max Strafe does take out Cindy, so Replan is left alone once again. Might want to try to get something done here, might just back straight off. I think he knows maybe there's one close, or is expecting it. And the no-scope does not hit, gets the barrel in front of Zlatan, who, that PPSH is so strong.
Yeah.
We see him win the gunfight against the MP40, and there you go, 2 in a row for London, and taking B pretty convincingly. It doesn't seem like they're doing anything special, just kind of winning their fights and throwing their smokes. And we haven't seen too much mid presence come out from Endpoint or anything like that. Mark was going in the bottom side, but it was kind of expected, and Zlatan won his fight. So maybe Endpoint going to switch it up and try to get in there, or are they just going to hold their angles and play on site?
Well, it seems like they're going to try and hold their angles at the moment as 2 players does go towards the B site, heading towards B long. They would try and catch some players off guard, but Zuma's here with the PPSH, and this is where the PPSH is so dangerous. But I've got his crossfire set in bottom mini.
Yeah, pretty tight, and going to be hard to get out of, but hopefully they can find their frags before they need to. And it has slowed down here for Endpoint. They're just all holding tight angles, looking to get one kill. Hey, we'll make them come to us. Don't over-peek anything. As I say that, Replan does get the kill onto Daxton.
At the moment, people are just waiting for each other to peek, but no one really showing anything. And London's just spread out across the map. But it seems like they're more angled to hit this B site, which they've had the most success on. And it's all about this crossfire set in bottom mini to see how effective it will be in the end.
Yeah, the Crossfire's got to get at least 2 kills here. Otherwise, I think Synda can rotate, or Fake can rotate on the site as he does. So I think they know it might be a B. The smokes are just now, and Nade's coming out as well. As Latin getting taken a little low. Mark in here. I don't think they know that there's going to be 2, so maybe he can bait his teammate, but Fake doing a lot of work, gets the first kill onto Azuma. Jumping back around, still spraying the leader, gets the nice frag back onto him, but time running out, only 10 seconds left, and bomb is down, so they're going to have to make a play and get this planted.
They do manage
to
clear
be
site.
Pretty close, and no, they're not going to have it. They don't have time. Oh, but he gets the kill. Oh, I thought that was the last alive. Cindy saving the round, and the leader doing the best he can there. I think that's 2 kills on the scope, but I thought they had it. Cinda just hanging out next to some couches across the map. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's just chilling, you know, reading a book in Russian.
An important round for Endpoint to win, but they do drop a lot of money. Replan not on that scope anymore. Maybe they can donate up so he gets the car.
It seems like he gets the unscoped car, but it's going to be a disadvantage when holding up the angle, so I guess he has to peek a closer range, but he's still looking to peek this longer range duel. The smokes, again, blocking both teams' views this time.
Reflexer with an important pick onto Zuma there before he gets too close with the submachine gun. And yeah, no, there's 2 scopes on the side of London Esports. They haven't gotten much done with them quite yet, and they look. Jackson maybe just wants to run on the site here. Not the best smoke. Reflexer should win this gunfight. Just shoulder peeking, baiting him out, and kind of wasting time as Max Strafe is working the other angles of the map and gets the kill onto Fake. The same fight is just going on and on and on as they try to go through. Daxton just regenning, tries to finally go through, and it does not work as Mark is there as well. Is traded out, and Reflexer needs to get at least 1 more here. Is getting angled from 3 different spots, and now Senda has to rotate over from A. A little bit delayed on the call. Those just 1 close, and does get the kill on the Max Strafe, so one of those scopes is down.
But now he needs to find 2 players both on site, and they know exactly where he is. Already tagged down, but it's the leader with the scope. And we could hear just barely the London guys cheering as they take the lead once again on Vanguard. And so far, their attack has been the most impressive in this series.
Yeah, it seems like they know exactly what they want to do. The leader just kind of, or Daxton, whoever it was over there, just baiting Reflexer. And I would like to just see Reflexer take those shots and then just rotate off, just get down. They do wind up getting the 1 kill, but his spot is known, so they're able to find him later on. And great pick from Max Strafe early in the round.
Finally, we get to see that peak. Finally, it yields some results as London take the lead in this, well, takes advantage in this round. As Azuma, He's sneaking by, but the question is, did he hear them go into blue?
I don't think so. I'm not sure if they quite know it's a full save. Max Strafe with another kill onto Cinda. Fake and Mark here in a position to maybe get some type of eco kills, get some guns, and disrupt this B hit as they are just playing angles off of each other. Reflexer on the other side of things, going to maybe try to find this lurking kill A, and does get the kill on the Max Strafe. Should be able to go and get that scope. So Endpoint making a lot out of this eco. Takes his shots and can't find the kill. Daxon's there to shoot him in the back. Mark should get that kill for free, though, and looking for the second. Can't quite find it as I think he gets quick scope. The leader has been just fragging out with that thing. Reflexer actually did not go over and get the scope and has the opportunity to get 3 people here, but London congregate there in the middle of the map, start playing as 3, and a decent eco, but not able to get it. You think maybe if Fake got that kill there, things would be a little bit different, so just not working, but Endpoint maybe going to be able to get some coins and get some rifles here. Yeah, Replan on the scope again.
Replan on the scope, and maybe we can see him at some angles because he's been struggling a little bit to get an angle and get London, because London seems to have studied all the angles, make sure that they're not in positions to get scope from. As we do have a scope battle, but Delita misses his shot, and Replan just didn't want to have any action on that.
Replan, I think he fell off. I thought he got tagged maybe, but I think he just dropped down.
Yeah.
Fake playing on the other side of this smoke with his back turned, expecting someone maybe to come out through mid, but it's not going to happen quite yet, and Reflexer with a headshot onto Daxon. Fake does get into bottom and now has mid control, so London are playing this pretty slowly, which means that they don't really have too much control of this map. Azuma's going to try to walk through, but Replan, there he goes. He wins his fight against Max Strafe.
Yeah, Endpoint looking a little bit more comfortable in this round, able to take down 3 players, not having a single injury. I don't even think they've been tagged just yet, as Azuma's just hunting any players, but Fake from behind, taking him down, leaving Delita alone with a scope, 1 versus 5, just maybe to save it in a top triple.
Yeah, I might want to just lay down. He definitely doesn't want to lose it, but they do have, they're not getting the plant. They do have some money after if they do lose this round, but does pull out the PPSH. They're just going to hold these stairs, so probably just about 30 seconds for him to hang out, and going to take a look at the scoreboard here to see how everyone is doing across the board for both teams. If we look at the scoreboard.
Yes, scoreboard.
And we will see, well, Endpoint all pretty much doing the same thing, 5 kills apiece, and then on the other end, it's been the leader and Max Strafe. We've watched both of them, and they're just getting their frags and scopes on both of them most of the game. Yeah,
Zlatan pretty close behind, and Azuma and Daxon both struggling just a little bit. They still got the lead for the time being. And you could see them still increase it, because it doesn't seem like Endpoint has fully figured them out, even though it was a flawless round for them. It was more like they got to the flanks, and you can see London maybe adjusting it, maybe go for an execute on B, or maybe going towards A. They haven't gone towards A just yet.
Gonna see if the leader can do this mid pick again. He's waiting for Replan to go up top, but it's not going to happen this time, as he is playing a little bit lower. And just like you said, they're going to go towards B here on London Esports. That's exactly what was working, just kind of smoking the site off and rushing straight in. But they stopped doing that and slowed down. Max Strafe going down once again, one of their stronger players already falling. And they're kind of all grouping together, hoping that they're just going to try to run in. But that means Mark is ripe to get at least 1 or 2 kills here. Lining up their set smokes.
You gotta be careful when lining up smokes, because that's exactly what's gonna happen. Fake takes down Zlatan before they can even start smoking off the area. Now both smokes have been used, but Fake's still looking some more frags. Tags up a lot. Daxon only good for 1, as the frags all going in favor for Endpoint, as Delita again is the last man standing. And again, I think he should just save.
Yeah, it's going to be hard since he is so far up, and Reflexer makes it 3 for himself. Fake with the big round, getting those 2 kills, and also the info that the nades were coming out and they were taking A. And another round for Endpoint. London slowing down a little bit here. Maybe we'll see them do a take. We really haven't seen that yet, and we haven't seen any presence toward the A side of the map whatsoever. So maybe, just maybe, that will come out, but not yet, obviously.
Let's see if Replan can get an opening kill with the scope. Because he's on 5 kills and 4 deaths, but I haven't really seen much action with him on the scope alone. But Fake getting that opening kill with the frag. As it seems like they are switching things up, London heading towards that A side. Now Replan getting in the action as the frag's still going in favor of Endpoint, and Endpoint looking good once again.
Yeah, it was an eco, so they are getting picked off, but they're trying to kind of take A here. It's just not really working out. They went down, and now Zlatan's going to try to entry on the site, getting shot across the map, and Sind is here with a bolt, so it's going to be hard. They may be just waiting for someone to make a mistake and get an easy free kill here, but not going to find it quite yet.
And that's the bomb drop with 50 seconds left. Daxton alone with only the PPS. Not much he can do with that. As Endpoint gets the 5th round and takes the lead for the first time in this map. And they're looking to just 3-0 and just call it a day, have a relaxing day, maybe get some drinks.
Yeah, it looks like the energy's just not really here for London Esports. It's not the same as it was last night, and maybe they're tired, maybe they're a little bit sleepy, but they got to wake up here. They still have a fighting chance, and they obviously not tapping out, and there's still a lot of rounds to go in this, but it's just a big slowdown, and it's something that London struggled with. Once the momentum leaves, they don't really have too much to offer, so need to pick it up here and hope to see them get a couple more rounds and take this to a 3rd map, but for now they're playing a lot slower. They're not going close to B and lining up their smokes or anything. They're going to play a pick-focused game, and it's going to be hard when, as you said, Replan knows all those angles, but maybe Max Strafe can find a way to get himself a headshot or a wall bang or something like that to open either of these avenues so they can get the bomb down. But just kind of slowing down a lot here in the 10th round.
Yeah, you can see exactly why. Just looking at the weapons, you got Daxton on a Fedorov. You have 3 most of them play, one of them being a scope, so they can't really play the quickness that they were doing with the PPSHs since they only have one, which is Zlatan. Only he can really get close into the action, but the others just have to look for picks. And Endpoint's being very, very disciplined, not giving anything away for London.
Reflexer with such a tight angle, not even deciding to lean or anything, doesn't want to give it up. And I think it may be one of the first Fedorovs we've seen all game.
Yeah. Delita gone from the surface as Replan scope, finally getting some action. As takes out another body, and now it's up to Daxton to try and entry on this site, maybe with Zlatan on the hills.
Gets hit by a nade, actually. Oh, he kills himself with the nade. Ooh, he didn't know that it bounced off Reflexer, and that hurts. Zlatan trying to run on the site, and unfortunate there for Daxton.
You gotta feel bad for Daxton. He's been struggling throughout this map, and that's just insult to injury right there.
Yeah, he hits him with the nade, and then he drops down, and it just lands right at his feet. I think he tried to throw it a little bit deeper, maybe towards that back heaven area, but it's just not going to work. And yeah, 6-4. Obviously, I think it's a pretty access-sided map, so maybe London will have something up their sleeve for when they're on defense, but I haven't seen too many strats or nades or really anything come out that's showing me that they're the favorite team on this. So I think Endpoint, if they just keep playing their game, they should be able to win it pretty simply.
Yeah, it's most definitely. They're not really pulling out anything special. The smokes do look good on the B side, but it doesn't matter if they look good on the site if you can't get the frags, as Replan proving that point, getting another reflexer onside with the PPSH, doing some damage before he gets taken down. As this B push looking a little bit lackluster.
Replan with 3 kills on the round. I love that nade bouncing off the wall, and the bomb goes down, but at that point they're already in a 2-man deficit, and Endpoint will take this round as well. I'm going to put it on the last round of the half. 7-4 lead for Endpoint, and it's not looking too good for London Esports at this point. As you said, the smokes and that stuff can all look good, but if they're not winning their gunfights and taking advantage of that utility, it's not going to mean much. And the leader back on the scope, we see some Fedorovs and PPSHs. I'd like to see them maybe get some mid control and try to work through mid and then pinch onto a site. They've just kind of been going through those same entrances to B. Maybe try to lurk through and get Replan, stop him, because he's just been so important in that like kind of back holding position. And I don't know. Senda does get an early kill onto Max Strafe. And they do prioritize mid here. They just need to make sure that they do something off of it. Not sure if he's going to walk through this smoke and try to do just that. Daxton is going to walk all the way through, and no, fake sees him. Must have seen his elbow or something in the smoke there. And Mark gets the kill onto Azuma. Now Zlatan going to try what I was just mentioning, and I think what his teammate just died doing. Fake not going to turn around in time. It should be a free kill.
He does get tagged up in the process by March with the unscoped motion, and Reflex is chiming in, getting a jump shot onto Zlatan, leaving Delita. Similar story to what we saw earlier in this half, and not much else he can do. So this is 8-4 in favor for Team Endpoint. Still valiant effort from London Esports, getting 4 on the board. Really, is it enough against this Team Endpoint? And we have to see. London has to win this first round.
Yeah, they got to come out swinging here, moving into the second half, and shut it down. They can't give Endpoint any room here because we're just going to see bolts. We're going to see them get comfortable, and we're going to see Endpoint do Endpoint things and just move forward with it. So hopefully London, maybe they can take a timeout if they need. I don't think they have quite yet, but I'm not sure what that would do. It's not like Endpoint have a ton of momentum. They're just playing well and not hitting their shots, or not missing their shots. That being said, it looks like they're going to get some mid-control and play a slow first round.
Cinder close in the action, but it's Zlatan who takes a fight and gets a headshot onto Reflexer with the MP28.
Good kill.
Not known for its long-range battle, but Azuma and Zlatan working together to get that.
And a completely different strategy, just how they're playing this map. They're really focusing on that middle apartment area, and I think it's important because you can do a lot off of that. If you get pigeonholed to one side of the map, you might struggle. Max Strafe going for a fun little one-tap there and won't find it as Fake's trying to catch him out.
At the moment, Endpoint's just looking for picks and heading towards that A side, getting a shot onto Azuma. Zlatan is still there. So is Max Strafe trying to go into the action. Maybe a little bit too ballsy as he will be caught out with his pants down, and Cinder getting that frag.
It's going to be up to Zlatan over here on this A site to stop them from getting on. We'll see if he can get at least one of these, gets the first and tries to run back, pulls the pistol out and just going to play this close. Needs to get the second kill and pulls out the pistol. It's going to be a duel here of the pistols. Tries to strafe across, but Replan is too good for it. Daxton now left alone in the 1v3. Up here in the middle position, will maybe find this frag. Does get it.
Will. Now it's a 1 versus 2. Daxton has to find both players, and there's still a player off the site. And that is Cinder.
10-3. He's really been fragging this part of the series.
He's been very impressive this series, and in fact, the whole of Endpoint have. They've all stepped up massively. Replan being one on this map. And he even finishes it off with a nice headshot, making it 9-4. I said London had to win that first round. And they can't let Endpoint gain any more.
Replan's 14-4. It's just too easy for him. He's only died on the rounds that they've lost, and yeah, we'll see if London can, I don't know, donate coins and get something going. It looks like it's kind of a half buy, so they are really going to put all their coins into the next one. Maybe buy up a scope or get a some type of bolt or something like that. Running with the head down, trying to get on the site, as Replan is not able to find either of them. So not like they're going down too early. Reflexer with that Fedorov jumping up in mid. Zlatan trying to challenge, and this is a hard fight to take. They all have upgrades, and you're still on the default.
Yeah, it's definitely not a favorable fight, but Zlatan could have tried and get someone there, but Fake's quick on the flank with the PPSH. Just being a nuisance. But he will be taken down by Daxton and Delita. Finally, we get to see some Fedorov action.
It's fun to hear. It's a gun you don't see all that much just because it's only on this map. But
BT sound.
Oh, nice headshot from Deleter. And he's really trying to keep his team in this game. Last night we saw Zlatan doing that, and it seems like it's Deleter doing it today.
Yeah, but you do
At least
need
on this map.
Yeah, but you do need to see the other players step it up. You need to see a little bit more of Zlatan. And another name, Max. He's been quiet in most areas, falling without a frag. He really needs to step up in this series if his team needs to get across this finish line.
Looks like Endpoint are trying to clear this out and maybe storm onto A site together. I think they know that there's going to be one player there, and that's Azuma, who's just kind of laying up top with this default. Not going to show himself. Maybe they won't check it. I have a feeling that they probably will at some point. Oh, and he does stand up, gets the first kill. Can't quite. No, does find the second for a +10. Is traded at the end of the day, but does his job tenfold. Now Deleter stuck in a 1v1. Replan with the scope, and it's a hard site to hold. Not sure Replan's going to be watching the right way. He's just looking at that side door for now. Deleter has no idea.
That's the thing. If he misses his shot, Replan, he will lose that duel against Deleter.
And the scope.
And the scope, but Deleter shows himself. And what a shot from Replan. Jumping, shoots through the doors and gets Deleter to put Endpoint on double figures.
Man, he is on fire. Replan can't be stopped at this point. You were saying you're in a 1v1, you have a scope and a pistol, you don't want to miss your shot. He says, no, I'll just jump. I'll wall bang him. Why not? I know where he's at. And, man, taking it to 10-4. This is the buy round, though. They did good on an eco. They really didn't put too many coins into that last one, but they do need to start winning them, and that's their plan, as Latin and Max Strafe both have scopes. Max Strafe missing the shot there, and Replan will as well. It looks like Team Endpoint look to maybe try to go with a fast B here, or at least show some aggression that they haven't.
Look at the later. He wants to push through this scope. He wants to catch Endpoint with their pants down, but he's thinking about it, and he does, but it's Fake who gets the upper hand in that duel. And Max, uncharacteristically missing his shots, will fall. And this is messy and not great to watch.
Yeah, just not working out there for Max. We saw him miss a few shots, and Fake on the other end of that deleter smoke. It could go either way, but it just seems like Fake wins every single gunfight on those smokes. Maybe a little lucky. Turned to his left, and someone's just kind of sitting there. Zuma now in mid, but Replan just he's finding the kill every single round so far. 17-4, only in 15 rounds. So 11-4. London Esports really haven't won a round, I don't think, since their fourth.
They haven't won a round since their fourth.
Obviously, they only have 4 rounds, but right, it was
up 4-2.
Right,
and now it's 11-4.
Definitely struggling a little bit here, not able to pull it together, but it was a big buy. Maybe if they change things up, maybe if they prioritize mid control and get in there with the MP40s and do something like that. But Replan's been doing that jumping shot all day long and finally does hit it. Off that, they may go for a fast B. Mark wins his gunfight as well, and it's just so hard with the MP40 against this PPSH. The leader does find a nice headshot and jumps down, can't find the second.
And that's the thing, they've just been winning their duels Endpoint, and they've been smoking out areas, making things uncomfortable for London. And they're still making it uncomfortable as they're looking for match and championship point. Zuma, he's still in a fighting spree. He's got this most in, and he hits that shot onto Fake. He just needs to find 2 more players. But Replan, who's just been a beast this series, carries on.
20-4, and they're putting it on match point and tournament point here. Endpoint 1 round away from winning another tournament.
Another tournament.
And a 3-0 sweep it will be. They had that map advantage, and two picks in a row for London Esports, and they just haven't been able to close it out. And it's kind of racking my brain to think of a map that Endpoint wouldn't, win on, but there's not one. London's going to smoke it. Azuma does pick up a car. He had a nice shot in the last round, so maybe they can, start a big comeback run. I've seen it happen on this map before, but they're going to have to do something very special. And that's not the way to start it off.
Oh, but they have answered back with 2 of their own, making it 4 versus 3. But Replan is there once again to make sure the odds are still in Endpoint's favor. As he's looking for more, but Zuma manages to take him out. And that is a very important kill. Oh, Daxton again struggling a little bit in this map.
Yeah, I thought Fake might go down there since he missed a bunch of those first shots, but he's able to clean it up and find the kill. Playing pretty slowly here at the latter half of the round. Endpoint just wants to close this out. They don't want to do anything rash. Sinda's going to try to jump out through mid, but the leader's underneath of him. I don't think they know he's here. He couldn't get this kill, which would mean he gets the bomb down, and he does. So 35 seconds left. Fake stuck in a sticky situation. As soon as he gets that kill, the leader just sprints and teams up with the Zuma. You see the call come out, go play with your teammate. He can't kill both of you. I mean, he can, and Fake has, but Azuma sees him, so a good round for London. Would like to hear them start yelling. It seemed like last night when they were screaming and cheering and all that, they were playing really well, but it's been mainly quiet over there. Maybe they're just that tired, or they know that they I don't know. We just haven't heard much energy coming from them.
No, energy which Alpha has been quite quiet compared to last night, where they was shouting at each other, Leisure and London, and it's mostly from the French guys. Zlatan's been really quiet. We really haven't heard from him. Just when watching them, they don't look confident anymore. They look scared.
Hey, you need someone over there smacking them around. Hey, let's go, boys. Let's go, fellas, and get some rounds on the board. But it's just not happening. Still on match point. But maybe they can string a few together here. They do have some good guns, and Azuma seems to be, turning it on with that bolt a little bit. He's going to be playing alone over on A site, so his teammates can hopefully hold down this B hit that is going to come out. Looks like they're lining up to set nades and smokes. Daxton is able to get into this tower position, so if they don't clear it, maybe he'll be good for at least 1 or 2 kills, but
Mark is being careful that this could be a possibility that there's a player. And I think he actually spots Daxton trying to get him, but he can't get the right angle and then pushes in from reflex. It does manage to get it.
Leader just gets 2 of his own pushing on the front site and gonna throw this nade up. And they actually may rotate off. They walk really close to that nade. And Endpoint are taking a little bit of time to get onto this site. It is smoked off, but that means Latin's gonna walk straight around. I think this could potentially be a +10 here.
Yeah, especially once that smoke starts to fade. He'll be able to spot both of these players, and he does. Gets the first and gets the second. That's a +10 from him. And that's when you want your players to start stepping up when everything seems to be defeated. As Replan is the last player, and he's switching to his pistol to make sure he doesn't give his opponents the Mosin.
Yeah, not a gun you want to give, especially to Zlatan. But a really good round coming out from them. The leader picking up 2, and they did clear tower, as you saw. They just took a little bit of time to get onto site. The smokes were kind of fading, and they were trying to, you know, get to that back area, maybe plan on the other side, or at least clear it before they go back for a default. But just didn't come out in London with 2 in a row. Looking better here than they have for the past couple rounds.
Yeah, most definitely. But is it too late? They have to get 6 rounds in a row now.
Just to tie.
Just to tie, to make it to overtime, just to stay in this final.
Yeah, just to be down 1-2. So a lot of work cut out for them, but you said it earlier, they just need to take it 1 map at a time. They need to take it 1 gunfight at a time. They need to take it so slowly and just play. It seems like not all of them are really just in their zone per se, because Max Strafe going down early, just stop peeking Replan. Don't even get him those cross angles, because he will win them.
Exactly, and that advantage is definitely in favor. And Max, he's been quiet in these later stages, not really having much impact. It's been mostly Zlatan and Delita. And it's time for Delita to step out massively on this B site, as it does seem like Endpoint want to head towards here.
Daxton here in the hut could maybe get something done if it's not cleared correctly. The leader with another good kill, and he's been trying to hold down this site, doing it pretty well so far behind these boxes. Such a strong angle to play from.
Daxton does fall to a nice headshot from Mark, as Delita still alone on this site. And when that push comes in, you have to see him step up massively, but all his teammates just falling all around the site. There's not much he can do.
Yeah, and the call came out. Looks like Bomb is going to run all the way back over towards A, since they got the kill on Azuma, who's been over there playing it solo. And P-Diz with his PPSH just stopping the rotate. You see they have to kind of clear him out before they're able to get over there, which means Bomb should get there safely. Doesn't get the kills. Latin with an important gunfight and taken down very low, but Bomb is just now about to be planted. Replan kind of walking up. Sees where Zlatan is, misses the shot actually, and he's just waiting for someone to push close. And he does, but the leader kills him, so now in a 1v2 here is Senda. The smoke does come out.
He's got the PPSH in hand as well as a Federal. He's actually looking to maybe push through this smoke, maybe get behind Team London. They spot him out, but he still managed to get